brains, one cell, two brains, one cell, two brains, one cell, two brains, one cell.
It's in the way!
It's in the way.
In the way.
Ooh, something's in my ass.
I'm going straight to it.
Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
I'm like, hey, hi, hello.
It's only 2:37.
Yeah, it's not morning.
Welcome to Two Brains, One Cell, episode 70.
70.
That's weird to think about.
A little bit, huh?
We always, every single episode we say that, but like hitting 70, we're only 30 episodes away from 100.
It's true.
That's weird.
We're only 100 episodes away from episode 170.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point. That is a...
We're only 20 away from episode 50. That's also true.
That is also true.
Yeah.
We're one away from episode 69.
That is a fact. Yeah.
That episode was so fun.
It was. I don't remember. I'm kidding.
I like listening back to it. Like I did miss an edit, by the way, and I didn't necessarily want to bring it up because it's funny without the edit.
Yeah.
But remember when we were sitting here and I go, and I just opened my mouth so the guitar riff would play.
Nothing.
Completely spaced it.
Nice.
I did not see it. And I knew it was in there, and I was trying to listen for it, and I was like, maybe that was like during a cut or something. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, you gaslit yourself.
Yeah. And so then when I was listening to it, I was like, God damn it, I already know it's coming up. And then I heard it, and then it's just dead silent.
Yep.
And I was like, damn it.
Fuck.
And I was like, maybe it'll be just as funny.
But you got the guitar shit for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably why I focused so much, is because I focused on that and then didn't even think to really pay attention to everything else. But I was like, I was like, man, I hope it's just as funny without the guitar riff, because I really fucking spaced it on that one.
Fuck it. It was just as funny. It was a fun episode, that's for sure. Got a little sentimental.
Moving this back up here.
Got a little sentimental towards the end, you know, where I don't know. I haven't listened back to the end yet because I honestly don't want to, just in case I said some really stupid shit.
I think what happened is that you you did say some good stuff, but like
I think I repeated myself a lot.
You were just like you were like you were just kind of saying words. Like they worked, you know, it was a cohesive sentence, but
it
like,
was just saying shit.
But you were just like I don't think that there was a lot of...
There was not a thought process. It was words were in my brain. I'll speak them.
Well, you know what it was, is there was with all of the lead pipes up there.
Yeah.
There was one leaking out just a lot of colors, and then you just turn the colors into words. And
pretty much. That's what happens, yeah. But the colors is just an oil spill.
Yeah. It was toxic gas that made you think that it was rainbows coming out of it.
Yeah, that made me think that I had a semi-coherent sentence to say.
No, it seemed fine to me. I really...
69!
I didn't...
Yes, you did. You literally just did.
I didn't cut that part off in the episode. I only did it for the clips.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get through the whole sentimental thing, you know? And then it gets to the part where we say, 2 brains, 1 cell, but 2 hearts full of cum. And then the...
Nice.
And so it really, all it ends with at the end there is when you throw the pillow and it hits Hannah and you go, get fucked. And then all of a sudden it just goes, 69!
Get fucked.
Or it says, get 69 or something like that. Like I might have cut it off a little early or something.
Good shit. Love that.
Which that clip of that whatever it is singing 69 is so funny.
So good.
I don't know what that's from or anything. Like I just found it and was like, hope this doesn't do anything.
Works.
I was like, as long as it's less than this, how many ever seconds the issue is, hopefully we'll get away with it. But
we don't have to get away with it.
We don't have to. Yeah, it's not like we're getting money for these anyway, so.
Pay up, bitch. I just got a new place. Pay up.
Pay up.
Really, though, I've been busy as fuck this morning.
Dude, speaking of new place, actually, I was looking at a place for us to buy for a studio for the 2 brains, 1 cell stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know how much fun it would be for us to have
an actual fucking studio?
An office building.
Somewhere to go to record.
It's right where I skate. It's in Ogden, across the street from the parking garages by the Treehouse Museum. No. What's across the street from
The Temple?
Fat Cats?
Skinny Dogs?
Skinny Dogs. It's the Skinny Dogs parking garage.
Okay.
And it's across from that, and there's just like that theater
Yeah.
right there, and then just an entire row of empty buildings. And there's a really small one that is so sick because it's
How
like
much?
this room. It's probably like the size of this room, and then there's a big window right there. Yeah, so we could have like a producer outside of the window while we're in here doing all of the stuff, and then it's still got a big enough space outside of it that like I could even like set up like this stuff, so I could do like my beat stuff there. You know how much fun
it would be? I have an extra PC sitting in my fucking closet right
It
now.
would be so much fun.
I have an extra PC. Like, fuck.
I have an extra PC, but it doesn't work very good.
See, mine works. No, that would be so much fucking fun. Just having a place to go and like be able to have more room and do skits.
Well, and
in a
imagine,
different
like,
area.
Right, and then because of that area that it's in, we could go right outside of it and do skits in the road and everything.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the baseball stadium too. So like,
And it would probably just also feel good for you to separate, like, not work, but like work and play.
yeah, from home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that like, it would be fun to be able to just go to a place to do something like that, because then neither of us has to like. I'm not just sitting here for you to like drive all the way out here from your new place,
Yeah,
and we would both just be meeting in Ogden right there.
true.
And all that. So I just thought how fun that would be. And
It really would
obviously
be fun, but
we would not be able to do that because it'd be way too expensive.
It would be more than my rent.
Exactly. But I just thought, like, I just had a little fantasy of like how fun that would be.
It'd be so cool.
And I think it was connected to, like, it had an opening to another bigger space, and me and Ripken, because we were skating again, and I was like, dude, then we turned that part into a little skate park.
Yeah.
I was like, we put some little half pipes in here.
That'd be so fun because we could set up like my green screen and
Yeah.
like all that shit because I still have that in a box. Haven't used that.
And then we can even, like if me and you ever just wanted to get away from at our houses or something like that, we
Go
could
to the
just
studio.
Sleep in the studio.
Yeah, we can go chill at the studio.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
And then, like, using the green screen, we could also put up a white one and use a projector.
True.
Watch some movies in that bitch. And imagine we had friends and we could hang out
I
with
know,
friends
right?
there.
That'd be so fun. Anyways.
Hey, we did go up a subscriber.
Did we?
We're back up to 79.
Let's go!
Yep.
As soon as our episode count passes our subscriber count, that's when I'm going to start actually like getting pissed off.
Yeah, same.
But-
Actually, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Fuck.
I'll get upset.
I'm going to get mad.
I'll get upset. You don't want to see me upset,
You know
dog.
what, Jimmy, I'll cry.
I'll get upset.
But yeah, this morning I went to work before anything. I did a couple hours, not a couple hours, like an hour and a half of work. Then I went to the new place, did all that with the people. I got all the information, got all the new packets, got my keys, showed the place to my mom.
Wait, hold that thought.
Holding. I let go.
I'm trying to.
I dropped it.
Oh, I'll cut that out. But I just really felt like doing that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, wait.
That's why I told you to hold the thought so it didn't interrupt when I cut that.
Fair enough. Fuck no. Anyways, so I showed my mom the place, and then she dipped out. I went back to work, and then I went to a meeting at another place that does like fabrication for us and shit, and I got fucking so pissed off at them, but I couldn't like say anything because my boss was also right there, and I was trying to just let him handle it. But it was just a situation of, like, I sent them these drawings, and they're not using my drawings. They're trying to make their own. I'm like, hey, how about you not make drawings for a product that's not yours?
You're
But
like,
whatever.
You didn't even put it on the fridge, and I'm
I
getting
know.
really pissed
that's
off.
That's what I'm saying. No, because, like,
I drew Spider-Man, and you guys aren't even putting it
That's
on
what
the
I'm
fridge.
fucking saying.
I don't know why you don't want to put it on the fucking
I
fridge.
drew Homer on that shit. It is a real fact. Homer is a big thing in our shop.
Really?
People draw Homers on the products before,
I love that.
and then they get shipped to powder coat because it's going to get sandblasted off.
Yeah.
So they'll just draw Homers.
I love that. I would be
Everywhere.
drawing Bender on everything.
Dude, I opened a 3D model of, like, our entire building because they made that in fucking SolidWorks for some reason. And
they 3D printed your building?
yes. And to show where people would be, they put little Homer figures in the model.
Yes.
And
I love that.
Yeah, I opened it in front of my boss. And I'm like, why is Homer in everything here, man? He's just like, what's the issue? And I'm like, there's no issue. Just it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, like there's no issue, but what? What?
Just dough. Like
that'd be so funny for you to open that and just from anywhere in the building you just hear dough.
Yeah. God, it was so good. But yeah, I won't talk about what pissed me off.
Oh my God! If you have stairs in your building, right?
I do.
You gotta do. Give me the bat, Marge.
Oh my fuck!
Give me the bat. Give me the bat.
And the thing, my door is right next to the stairs. So that works.
I've always loved that scene since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Should we talk? Oh, I wanted to. There was a reason why I wanted to keep talking about the last episode. I completely forgot. There were parts where I would be like, it comes into play, and I wouldn't explain it. So
I love when stuff comes into play and then just never comes into play.
But it would be because me and you would start a different tangent, and then I would follow you because I'd be like, oh, actually, yeah, wait, let's keep going that way.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to drink again on the pod unless it's his birthday because we're already dumb enough, and I'm really good at starting tangents. And I get a little alcohol in me and my mouth doesn't fucking stop.
But so like when we traded glasses, I was like, you were like, when was the last time you even got your eyes checked or something like that? And I was like, oh, well, the last time I was there, actually, and then like didn't get to finish the rest of it. The last time I had gone to an optometrist?
Phlebotomist, yeah.
The guy that does the eye stuff.
Oh.
It was a guy that did mine. I'm not just being
gynecologist.
Sexist. Yeah, that one. For my eye pussy.
Yeah. Had to make your eye lips make sure they were okay.
Lips?
Yeah, your eye lips, make sure they're all good.
I don't know why I've never heard anyone call him that, and I love
Same. I was just like, how can I put lips into this?
you got a little something on your eye lips.
I'm saying that forever now. Bro, stop staring at me with your pussies.
You've got your little eye mustaches. Oh, it looks like you lost a little hair on your eye mustache.
Bro, solid eye lips.
Funny.
You know what's really funny though about that? Is the fact not them. Is the fact the fact that I literally nothing has changed for me since then. Like I've just been doing so much stuff that like nothing has changed.
Same.
Already clapped.
Yeah, I know. It's just especially moving and like getting all that shit figured out with the selling the Jeep, trying to get that sold. That's fun.
Good.
Yeah, and I was just like, fuck, I am too busy to even worry about that shit.
But my eye lips.
Your eye lips, yeah.
So they brought me in. Me and my mom and my brother were all getting our eyes done and our eye lips done. And I was gonna say permed. I was thinking of eyelashes and that just didn't work. So we went in there and this is actually kind of a funny story. I can't tell all of it because it gets a little but
when you get to the eye lips, you got to be careful about what you're saying.
But we had gone in there. It might have just been me and Mom actually, but he checked my mom's eyes. My mom's eyes are so bad. So bad. And so she is sitting there trying to read the thing in front of her, and she didn't read it backwards. But she just couldn't fucking read it. And then they were doing the thing where it's like, is this better? Is this better or is this better? Like, or is this better or is this worse or something like that? And she just could not tell if it was better or worse. And so then the person doing the test was getting frustrated, and my mom was getting frustrated because he was getting frustrated and she couldn't read it and nothing was working. And so they're going back and forth, and it took forever for them to figure out what would the right thing for it. And then like they're just both frustrated. Like they're mad, you know.
This sounds exactly like a comedy. Do you know Brian Regan?
Yeah.
He did one like this. So it's like left or the right. They're the same thing.
Yeah. And so they finally get done with it, and I sit down, and he like I might be imagining this, but I swear I sat down, and he goes, and he just kind of sighs. And so then he does it, and mine was over in 5 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Like it was quick. And he goes, looks like your prescription literally hasn't even changed. So it had been however many years before I had even gone there to get my eyes checked that time.
Yeah.
It still had stayed the same. So years later, so when you were like, it takes like however many years for your eyes to go back or like to get checked again or something. That's why I wasn't like, well, it's been this long, is because even the last time was like, your eyes are the same. You don't need new prescription. So I just ordered new glasses because I think my other ones are broken. And that's what it would constitute for me to go into those, was if my glasses broke. And then we just make sure my prescription's right before I got new glasses.
Fair enough.
And
do I need to break your glasses?
Well, I told my mom last night, I was like, I'm just going to call Standard Optical and do it myself, because we just go in there and get a prescription and then order the glasses through Glasses USA, because they have a lot more of a variety, like with these kind of frames and stuff like that. And so the last time I had gone in there, they were just like, yeah, it's the same. So I just never thought of it until recently. I was like, ooh, that's really fuzzy over there.
Something about that's not very clear to me.
Like, I'd be standing at work and look down the hallway and be like, what?
Yeah.
So I need to go get those checked. So that was what that glasses thing was. And then the other one was the clothes thing. We were talking about how I was like, I was like unprepared. But you were like, Carson's always prepared to change his clothes or something like that. And even today, when I went to the dentist, I had a pair of clothes to change into after the dentist so that I could go to that hard jewelry thing that I didn't go to.
Yep.
And so I even had a whole outfit change in my car.
Good shit.
But for this instance, I wasn't prepared for the 4th, which is why I bought that hoodie. And that night, I walked out 2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of shorts, and another hoodie to put in there. Because I was like, I am not going to be that unprepared again. Yep. So, and I don't know if I have another pair of shoes out there or something, but like I have like enough for me to like if me and someone else shits our pants twice, we're covered.
Thank God, because
we shit our pants.
We shit our pants.
Speaking of shit in your pants.
Is that yours?
Yeah. That's yours in there, yeah. Mine. Sorry.
Okay,
that's
I was
mine
like,
in there.
well.
Yours is in here. Mine is in there.
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
Do
you want to know a funny story from work, or are you not done?
It was just really quick. At the gym, I sent you a Snapchat. I was doing leg press on the sled thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was my first set, 9th rep, and I go down to the bottom of it, and I just fucking like just duck quack out my ass. And because every time, I told Braxton this, every time I'm at the gym when I'm doing squats, I'll go to the bottom of my squat and I can feel a fart trying to escape.
Oh yeah, because that is prime position for a toot.
Right. It's like your animalistic form to poop is like that. Like that's why when you have a squatty potty and your legs are raised up past, like like that's literally the best way for you to poo.
Yeah.
So
Get
when
your
you're
body in
squatting
line.
and you're straining yourself and you're in that position,
your muscles are like, oh, you want to shit.
yeah. So, and I apologize for any women that are watching this.
Shut up!
That I may be talking to or something that you have to hear me talk about this, but you're going to have to get used to it because I am a gas machine. So,
this is
Bert Kreischer's the machine, I'm the gas machine.
I was supposed to, I can't say that. Let me tell you, this guy
Were you going to make a Holocaust joke?
Yeah. I sure was.
And so I got to the bottom, like every time I get to the bottom of my squat, I need a fart, and then I'll stand up, I'll rack the weight, and I'll walk
shit
away.
himself.
I'll walk away to try and squeeze one out somewhere else. and so you got to hear this scenario.
He
okay?
doesn't even stay by himself in his own little corner.
No, dude, I'm going to put that somewhere else.
You go to other people.
I'm going to let them wallow in my stink. I don't want to deal with that shit, dude. So,
dude, that's awesome.
So I'll give you a scenario that happened last week. I get up. I guess this is a lot longer than I thought, so I apologize. But I had gotten up from the squat. I had racked it, and I was like, I need to get this fart out, or else I might either fart in my squat or shit in my pants. So I walked away from the squat, like the cage thing, and I walked over to the next one, and then kind of looked in the mirror and made it look like I was doing something normal, and then I just kind of go and just just a quick little comes out, like a little tornado.
I can just imagine you walking by and someone hears
someone's walking into the gym and they just hear me going.
No, all right, I'm gonna be working out and you just walk past and just. And
then you hear. And no, so I walk over and you know how the Vasa is set up with those two racks that are kind of near the front desk.
Yes.
Where that mirror is. So I was over by those, and I go from the second one to the first one, and then around the side of it, and then I just kind of do a little, you know, a little quick little, and then I kind of stand there for a second and look in the mirror.
It's like
maybe
cold start a Prius.
yeah, maybe I'll flex a little bit or something, make it look normal. And then I'll walk over back to my squat and then go do those, you know? And then every single time I do that, I'm like, I swear if someone comes to, like, goes right after I fart right there and walks up to do that and they have to just breeze on through
And
that fart cloud, they're going to know. I'm the closest one to them. So
yeah,
either way, they're going to know
They
it's
just
me.
saw you walk away and they're like,
But they're going to be like, how did that get this far?
hey, hey, did you eat meatloaf last night?
I'm like mid-squat. I'm all, nope.
Gravy. Everywhere.
And so this week, like I said, it was my first rep, 9th set, and I was coming down on it, and all of a sudden I just hear a little frank, and I push the weight back up and I rack it, and I just I sit up and I put my head in my hands like this, and then I look around because I'm like, if someone heard that and they're pretending like they didn't, I'm gonna make eye contact.
They're
with
pretending.
Yeah. Hey, my mouth is still numb.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It's this upper side right here.
Carson went to the dentist.
I did. And so if they're pretending to like not hear what they just heard,
Why did we both have dentist appointments so close to each other to get?
I don't know. I scheduled mine on my cleaning like forever ago.
I
so
scheduled mine at my cleaning about 2 weeks ago, but fair enough.
around the same time. But I racked it and I was like, I'm gonna make eye contact with anybody that heard that so that I can make them know that I am laughing at it and that I'm not embarrassed by it.
It's honestly a power move,
right.
To
Where
be
it's
like,
like just
and then you're just,
yeah.
how'd it smell?
It would be even better if I would have went and then looked and then went. Yeah, just like cup it and just.
Do you want to smell?
And then no, they're like on a bench press somewhere, and you just see me go. I do that, and I go, and then I go, and throw it at them, and then you
know-
see them go.
You know what I would do? Catch that shit.
And then go.
Like a fine wine.
Like it'd be funny if they were like trying to dodge it, but it's like a heat-seeking missile. They're like running around the gym.
oh, fuck! No! Everyone's just jumping and diving out of the fucking way.
It's like Kimchi from Chowder, that little fart cloud looking thing, chasing him.
It's like Goku on his little cloud, just chasing the fuck out of you.
And so I tried to look around and find someone that might have heard it, and I was like really looking for someone like smiling nearby or something like that, because I was like, someone had to have heard.
It's almost worse if no one
right
is there.
Because I was like, how did everybody around me not hear that and not acknowledge it?
Or you did it and immediately it was like the SpongeBob episode where he was stinky and everyone just went boom.
Or what happened was I went and then went and just sucked it all back in. It's just and all gone.
Carbon. Carson has a carbon monoxide filter in his throat.
Yeah. And methane gas filter. Yeah.
Exactly.
So when I fart, it just.
But that does mean his throat is very combustible.
Yes, and I mean.
And I combust in his throat.
That was a quick little. I just wanted to talk about how funny that was that I whipped ass.
It honestly is really funny, because I would probably kill myself.
And I just laughed and shook my head after. I was like, whatever, and then finished it.
Well, the thing is, I don't fart because for the one reason if I don't trust any farts.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I don't have solid shits.
Yeah.
I still don't know if I have celiac or not. I actually haven't even made those appointments just because I have way too much shit going on right now.
Right, and didn't the doctor say, like, well, you don't really...
Yeah, it's like, the blood test is in. I'm like, well, I think you're full of shit, because if I eat bread, I am, like, pissing out my butt. So
if I eat bread, then I'm waterfalling poo.
Yeah, I eat bread and turn it into beer, motherfucker. Like, it's not how this is supposed to work.
You hear him go,
You do what?
Hold on, and then he just goes, yeah, I think I have a good patient over here. It's just gathering mutants.
Can we keep this one? Can I have him?
He goes, smoke the room, and walks out. And all of a sudden from the vents, you just hear, oh, no. Yeah.
It's just a stereotypical green gas.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking hell. But yeah, so it's like, I don't trust that. I don't trust farts because it's like, no, something's going to come out with it.
Yeah.
And so if I did that at the gym, I would probably be like, I just shit myself.
That's my issue at the gym is that if like it only really feels like I'm gonna fart when I have all of that weight on my back or my legs. So I don't know if it's gonna be a fart or shit.
It's like everything is compressed in my body right now.
I was like, if anything happens right now, it's gonna be not good. Oh, I had one more thing to say about farts.
Go ahead.
I didn't catch all of it, but Mom had said that Caleb wanted to be like me, walking around farting all the time or something.
What a role model.
And then he tried to beef stew my mom while she was working out the other night.
Oh, God.
And I said, Caleb, you can't even beef stew. I was like, if you try too hard with how your stomach works, you're just gonna beef. I was like, you're just gonna beef.
You're just gonna beef.
I was like, there's not gonna be any stew, brother. You're just gonna beef. And my mom and Caleb started
What
dying.
a good fucking way to say that, dude. You're just gonna beef.
And then in that conversation, I ended up looking over at Mom and went, and like, because she is appalled that I have the ability to like
just do that,
to know that I'm gonna fart and can work it in casually into something.
You can work it into basic conversation.
Yeah, where I'll be like, the other, and then I also did. And so like, I did that. I turned around and looked at her and went, and like just farted and pointed like a finger gun at her, and I just. Finger gun.
For the first little while, we started hanging out again, and you started doing that. At first, I was like, man, this guy fucking farts a lot.
This guy farts,
This
dude.
guy farts. And at first, I'm like, God, it's in my car. And then as it went further, I'm like, that's a good fucking fart, dude.
This guy farts.
This guy farts. Hey, yo, hit him with a 2.
Oh, my God. Okay, we're kind of sticking with the fart talk just for another...
Are we?
What the fuck?
What did you... Oh, Snapchat, yeah.
It's that fart I had sent to the group chat that literally sounded like a sound effect fart.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. I think it was this one.
Yeah! Dude, it's so perfect.
I'm gonna put that in the podcast so you guys can hear it.
So proper.
It's like it literally sounds like a sound effect.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of that, and no one responded. I mean, the group chat is for just farts anyway, but man, my burps taste like tuna. I had tuna.
Okay.
When I went up there to get a snack, I actually ate two tuna sandwiches.
You just grabbed a whole tuna fish. Just started. Yep.
With the bones left.
Okay.
Speaking of fishing.
No,
just kidding.
my
Yeah,
turn.
I know.
So yesterday at work, we had our 8,000th rack party, which means we shipped out our 8,000.
8,000 racks, dude.
Yeah, we have a lot of racks.
Not only is that a lot of titties, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, trust me, we got the best racks around. And what was cool about it is the 8,000th rack was one that I personally designed.
Hell yeah.
And I'll show you. I can't show them or anything because,
He can't show me either, so he's not going to show me.
It's true. But we were able, they put it on the truck to get shipped out and everything, and we were able to get up and stand on it because it's that platform one I told you about that I made. And it was so fucking cool and all that. What was my original point? Right. And we usually have, some activities for the guys in the shop to do, just like, hey, good job.
Hey, go build more stuff.
Yeah. And so we had axe throwing this time.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, just something fun. Usually we do rockets where you have to make your own rocket and then you launch them.
I missed that.
We let people just start driving around the big rigs, the huge fucking track hoe and backhoes and everything, skid steers. It is a lot of fun, actually. But I don't know whose bright fucking idea it was to put the targets right in front of the fence that led to the freeway. Because naturally some fucking idiot threw it over the fence multiple times. And this is a very weak chain link fence. It's still climbable. But
it's like one of those flimsy ones where it's kind of hard to climb.
It's harder, yeah, exactly. And he threw it over and he's like, okay, I'll go get it. And they stacked a pallet against the fence so they could just step up on the pallet and then get over. And it worked.
Oh, good. Couldn't get back?
He couldn't get back. Dude, it was so funny because I went back upstairs. Oh, yeah, they do a barbecue. They made burgers and brisket and everything. It was so fucking delicious. It was delicious. Brisket. But, so I was already back up in the office working. And I look out. because I'm like, I haven't heard anyone hit the target in a minute. And I look out there and I just see this motherfucker on the other side of the fence just standing there like, what do I do?
It would have been funny if you just see him trying to jump and grab something.
Dude, he was trying to climb it and just couldn't. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that it's a flimsy fence, but I think you're just an idiot.
Okay, but this is coming from a climber.
Okay, you can climb that fence. You're an idiot, but you're not a moron. The thing is, on the way...
You're right, I'm not Mormon.
Correct. On the way over... I'm sorry! On the way over, he snagged his shirt, so he already had his shirt ripped the fuck up.
Damn.
And he just couldn't get back over. It was the funniest thing of my life, because not a lot of people at the company like this guy a whole ton.
Oh.
So, god damn it, was it funny.
Dang.
And it got to the point they had to go get a ladder and put
Oh my god.
And I just started taking pictures.
Jeez.
So, like, I need to show these to you, at least, because holy fuck, they are so funny. Because they just had to, like, put it over the fence.
Oh
look at that motherfucker. Just.
Oh no.
And then he still, like, struggled to get over. Dude, it was so.
Gosh.
Oh, that's a name thing I made for one of our guys that's helping us. I put in a little.
I
canoe.
almost just said it like really loud.
All it says is Steve.
Okay, I was gonna do it in the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Steve. Oh, I'm gonna show you these while we're here. Hey, look, this is a 15 pick holder.
That looks like Batman's
Yeah,
hole.
it's like an Oni little thing. A strap pick holder.
That's sick.
That holds 27.
If only my strap could stay on my fucking guitar.
Yeah, right. I'm getting a 3D printer
print
soon.
me a strap.
I don't. Here's the thing.
I go to put it on. It's
Yeah, it's like it'll be. There is flexible filament.
right. I've seen people make like shoes and stuff.
But
like
it's more rubbery.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, so that was just something so fucking funny. Just seeing him climb back over the fence, everything like, oh my god. It was just, and he didn't even like open the ladder to get back over. You know what you can do? You can like extend the ladder out and put it over the fence.
So you just climb up and over, and then you just close the
but
ladder
he just
and pull it over. Yeah.
he then leaned the ladder
Against the fence.
against
yeah, I
the
saw
weak
that.
ass chain link fence,
Yeah.
and then. By the way, he went up the wrong side of the ladder
Oh
anyways.
my god.
It's like, dude, you're doing everything fucking wrong. Like, everything.
He calls a car over and gets on top of the car to get over the...
I genuinely thought people were going to have to, like, go wrap around the freeway to
Go
get
around
him.
the freeway.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was my first thought was that.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking great. But, yeah, so that was fun.
I have something that I want to show you and tell you, but I don't know if I want to show and tell it next week.
Fair. Here, I'm going to show you really quick the rack as it gets...
What do you think I should do?
Well, I don't know any of the context of this.
Yeah, I know.
Repeat what you said really quick.
I want to show you something, but I don't know if I should wait and show you and tell you next week or if I should do it this week.
Is there any importance in timing on this?
Yes. Next week would be more relevant.
Okay, let's wait next week. It's going to blow... Yep. Doesn't matter what I fucking say. It doesn't matter.
It does. It's just...
Here's the thing. Carson will come to me and ask me, and then it kind of just helps him realize what he actually did want to do.
Yeah, but I just...
Should we save it?
I think you'll be excited with me.
More than likely. Is this something you can tell me, not them, or is it like supposed to be fun for me?
It's supposed to be fun for you.
Okay. If it's going to be more relevant next week, is it going to be just as funny now?
I think it'll be better now because the episode comes out next week.
Oh, it's not like next week us recording and next week it goes out. It's relevant.
Right. Like it's going to be relevant because next week when this thing is relevant, the episode will be coming out.
Okay, then definitely say it.
Okay. I got to show you. It was just kind of like a last minute thing. I did it at work.
Okay.
And put everything together for it. Hold on, let me pull it up.
So this better be a collage of booty pics from you.
I gotta find the link. I think it's this one. All right. Load, bitch. Come on.
Loading bitch.
Yeah, and that's what I thought too.
Sorry. Oh, did you get it to work?
I made stickers.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
buddy.
You made
3x3 circle stickers.
Fuck yeah.
And I have something else about them that I got to tell you later on. But,
Okay.
They're going to be here next week, but I think it would be
You already ordered them?
Yeah. I think it would be better to tell them now because then they'll know that they're going to be out there.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
they're 3x3, so they're the same as the CK Beats ones. So we should still do 350.
Yep.
And they're just circular.
How many did you order?
50.
Do you want to split that? Because it's
I was thinking. Well, because I was honestly thinking we keep 4 for ourselves.
yeah.
And then we sell the rest of the 46
Mm-hmm.
to whoever else. That way we have one to put on something and then one just for fun. Just
for
to
fun.
keep. And we can always reorder more.
True.
So,
Absolutely.
Like it's
The
not like
shitty
it's
thing
a
is,
one
I
and done.
really want to put it on my car, but I just don't want my parents to find that.
Yeah, I don't want my work to find out.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put it on my car.
True.
Yeah.
Even more true. Yeah.
I'm not going to put it on my car. I know, after your whole story that you just
Yeah.
told.
Hey, I don't say information about the company, just the idiots that work there.
So I'm not going to be putting it on my car, but I will be putting it somewhere.
Oh, I'm gonna find a good place to slap that sticker.
Yeah. So, yep, I got those. And when the camera cuts, I'll tell you a little a silly detail about them too.
A silly, quirky little one.
But after these ones are gone, my next idea I think is going to be that like PNG cutout of us sitting on the couch.
Fuck yeah.
As a die cut sticker with the QR code possibly.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just sitting on whatever you put us on.
Oh fuck yeah.
And then the QR code will be below it.
We're just sitting like that one picture of like.
Yeah, that guy. And it's literally just us sitting. It's like that first picture we took, but it's the anniversary version.
Yeah.
And that would be cut out.
I was about to say, are we using the one where I'm like fat or?
No, I thought it would be better to use the most recent one.
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know if I want my chunky little face everywhere.
And so that's So they're like I said, silly little detail. I have to keep repeating it so I remember to tell you in the cut.
And I'll just be like, hey, that silly little detail. Tell me.
Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to save it is so that I could just surprise you and be like, look at this! Look what I got.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be better so
this
everyone
makes,
can know already
makes
because
more
it'll be a
sense.
week. Yeah. Then I wanted to talk about volleyball.
Yeah, tell me more about that actually. That seemed like really like a lot of fun.
Tuesday night, I got done doing legs after almost shitting myself.
Yes.
And I was sitting down here fixing the beat that I
Yo,
put
you
out.
did it after leg day?
After leg day, dude. Yeah, and here we go again. That comes into play.
But wait, there's more.
Is it going to come into play? Will Carson say it? I guess not.
Guess fucking not. Hey, tell me that silly little thing.
That's why I love this guy. He comes up with the ideas, man. He's got the ideas.
He's the idea guy.
Look at this. He's the idea guy. He really is, because like, you just did that without me even knowing, and that's fucking awesome.
I kind of was like,
Well, the thing is, my input wouldn't have helped at all, except for me doing the same thing. That's sick as fuck.
I was like, I hope that this will be cool, because I was even thinking of maybe putting like the words on there, like 2 brains, 1 cell, but I was like, that's a little like much to put under, and I was like, the logo kind of speaks for itself, kind of. And then
I think
with how
having
little it is, they're gonna want to scan the QR code to figure out what it is.
It's like, what is this?
And then it's gonna pull up. I updated the link tree,
perfect.
So it has our YouTube, TikTok, and Spotify.
Nice.
Because Apple does it weird. The reason why we can't share it very well is because the link shares it to our Buzzsprout RSS feed.
Gotcha.
Because Apple Podcasts just does it through your RSS feed. So it's like,
okay,
if I send you a link, it's not gonna and you can't really search it. Like the whole thing on Apple's fucking stupid.
Fuck
so
Apple.
It is on there. I can even send you a screenshot of all of our episodes are on there, and it is just I don't know, but
it's just fucking
yeah,
off.
it's just stupid. So
yeah, no, that's cool. I'm excited for that.
Volleyball.
Balls of the volley.
Got done on legs. I was fixing the song or the beat that had come out on Tuesday because I put out the wrong version of it, which I lied, all of you guys. I didn't put out the wrong version. I put out the beat without like proof listening to it all the way. Like I had changed the drums from the original, and that was version 2, and then didn't realize that I had deleted a bunch of like the hi-hats and like disrupted part of it, and I was like listening to it on Spotify going, motherfucker. So I had to go back, fix that, and then I ended up editing a bunch more stuff to it. So now it's version 3, and it almost it's got the same bass to it, but it doesn't even sound like the one that's on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Which arguably I don't even know if it sounds any better than the one on YouTube. Like I don't know if I should have just stuck with that original one and just not have messed with it, or if my edit sounds any better. So
Good one.
but I was I was sitting in my room, and I was like, man, what should I do tonight? I could play game, I could make beats, which I need to do because the stuff that I showed you last week, I redid the solo for that one that you really liked.
Nice.
And I had an idea for a music video for that one.
Did you?
Yeah, which
You'll have to tell me about it.
yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to say it on pod at some point. Like we can even save it in case we have other things to talk about, like fishing.
Yeah.
But so I was thinking about maybe I should redo the solo on that one, and then I have the song that I made that you liked, the summer one.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool that I edited and sang part of that in front of you and Hannah. Like you guys watched me fix
you just
the
did
part
it.
of that. Yeah. I'm just gonna fix 2 things on it, and then I'm gonna redo the end part. I'm gonna add a little more detail, and I didn't realize that I said the sun was dancing 3 times in a row.
Sun is dancing, sun is dancing, sun is dancing. La, la, la.
I was like, the sun is dancing, and then a couple words later I go, and you're watching the sun dance across the sky.
Oh.
And then like I said it, and it didn't occur to me until listening to it at work, and I was like, oh wait.
I thought in the middle of the song you just have a psychotic breakdown.
Sun is dancing, sun is dancing, sun is dancing.
Yeah.
No, it's
just record scratches.
It's that end part where I'm talking, and it I just said it too many times where I could have said
Gotcha.
the sun is stretching across the sky, or
the sun's being a little bitch.
And then I wanted to add another descriptive thing to it, so I was gonna redo those, but I only
Sun's hot as hell.
I later on finished the solo for the song, which
You
I'll have to
finished?
show you. I finished.
Okay.
But I was sitting in there trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and then I walk into the studio. And it's uploading the podcast.
Yeah.
So it's already on, and I was like, fuck, I might as well fix the fucking song that came out, or the beat that came out. So I load up Ableton, and as it's loading onto my screen, I get a call from Felipe.
Nice.
And I go, why is he calling me?
Yeah.
This is kind of weird. And so I answer it, and he goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, just fixing a song that right now. What's up? And he goes, I wanted to see if you want to come play volleyball with us up at North Ogden Park. And I was like, shit. I was like, yes, I do, but I need to fix the song first because it's the one that came out today.
It's crazy. 'Cause we stutter because we're not used to people inviting us.
Yeah. And so I was like, yeah, hold on. And so then I was like, I just got to fix it. This is the one that came out today. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's totally fine. He was like, just let me know. And he's like, actually, don't let me know. He goes, just show up because I don't think I'll be by my phone. He was like, so if you can make it, show up. If not, then I'll see my phone at some point and I'll see that you didn't make it. And I was like, okay. So I hurried and finished, fucking around on the beat and
Just fucking around on the
fucking
beat.
on around on the beat. And it was funny because I got fucking on the beat. I got done at the gym, came home, showered, and did all this. So I am clean. I am in sweatpants and a wife lover. And I'm incorporating that as
Husband lover.
my husband lover on, and he calls me, and as we hang up the phone, I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, shit. So I finished the beat. I get up and I change into the jorts and the crop with the hat.
Yes.
Of course, I'm going to play volleyball. I mean,
Naturally.
come on, man.
Yeah.
And then I realized,
Did you pull up in a '67 Camaro?
Yes.
Yeah.
I even had a slow-mo montage.
Let's go. Pulled off the aviators.
No, actually, my car was smoking when I got up there, so... Which that whole situation happened that day, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, so the reason why it took me so long is, I had gone... After uploading the podcast, went to Walmart to get more oil because it was out.
Oh, fun.
It was gone.
Cool.
And...
I know when I pulled up today and I looked at the road, I was like,
You
damn.
can see the spots.
Damn.
Yeah. And, well, that's the thing, is that's not even, leaking a ton. That's just, over the course of however long. It just does these little itty-bitty ones. And
Now it's a puddle.
Yeah. But I went and got more oil, and then I thought that was the garage.
Same.
I was like, you guys are not in this state.
Wait a minute.
So I had done all this car stuff, and then now this is happening. So I go And I get out of my car, drive up to the park, and I was like, I shouldn't park in the elementary parking lot because that's where the skate park is. I should park up, on the side, because I swear they had a parking lot when you go
There is.
up, and then you turn like left though before going all the way around to the top.
Yeah, there's a parking lot right next to the court.
But it's only for the like
The city council
yeah,
place?
like kind of, yeah. It's I can't remember what the name of it was.
Same.
But it's almost like a Parks and Rec thing, but
Yeah.
but it's only their parking. So I went to turn into it and went shit, and cranked my wheel the other way, and then had to turn around on that road, and then I got like a little bit, and I was like, I gotta reverse.
They're just watching you go, fucking.
And so I put it in reverse, and I'm rolling forward. I'm not going backwards, and I'm like,
What, are you going downhill?
I was a little bit. There was an angle to it, and I was like, and so if I went any further, I was gonna go onto the curb.
Yeah.
And so I hold my brake with my left foot, and then I let go and hit my gas with the other one, and so I go, and then floored it backwards and was like, my car. And then I put it in drive and pull up next to the curb, like basically just away from where the parking lot was, and I park and I get out of my car and I lift up the hood, I'm checking everything, and there's just smoke smacking me in the face, and I'm like, stop it. I'm sitting there going like, no, you're not supposed to do that. I'm checking the oil, I'm like, fuck. And
then you're like, time to play volleyball.
Yeah, and then I was just like, you know what, the oil's fine. I don't know what happened.
It was not fun.
And so then I took all my shoes. I took my shoes off, all of my shoes, my multiple shoes.
Well, yeah.
I took them all off, and I walked over there, and I thought Felipe would have noticed me way before any of this. Like, I thought he would have saw me up by my car.
Yeah.
But there was a group of people at the first court away from the road, and they were all shirtless and like looking like they were having fun, like real Top Gun style. And I was like, is that who we're playing with? But then there was a second group also playing on like one over.
There's
and I
just
was
a bunch of pussies.
And I was like, where's Felipe? And then I kind of see his hair off in the distance, and I was like, oh, that's Felipe. And I start to walk down there, and he sees me, and he goes, hey, you made it. And I go, yeah. And I walk over and put my stuff down, and I'm walking onto the court. They're mid play, and he goes, you understand how to play volleyball? And I go, roughly. And he goes, all right, get in here. And so I walk in there.
Love that.
And I was good enough in high school to the point where or junior high in high school to the point where the teachers, the gym teachers were like, they're like, all right, we're going to put you on a specific team that has a little less people.
I was always the server.
Yeah.
Because I was the only motherfucker that could get
serve.
it. That could get it over the
hand
net.
serve and everything.
Just fucking bah!
And so I was like, hopefully that'll come into play here.
Right.
You know, what did I say earlier that was going to come into play?
I think this.
Leg day.
Leg day.
So I get in there and I start playing. I'm doing the right, moves and everything, and I'm like, all right, this isn't as bad as I as I was thinking it was going to be. And they're not like professionals.
No,
so,
you're actually just having fun.
Right. And I was like, okay, thank God. But they're like doing this. There's one person in the group, or two of them, that are like pretty good.
Yeah.
And so they would like when they serve, they go service, and then serve it and everything. And I'd be like, shit, do I have to do that every time?
Dinner.
So I started doing that. I'd go service my car, and then serve it or something, and then it's like serve me dinner, and then like
of course we did.
And then
if I thought of it, we both did.
Then after I had got done with that, like even like within the first couple of serves, I was diving for them.
Yeah.
And they were already like, yeah,
let's go.
Let's see the ad like this. Let's go, dude. And I was like, yeah, I'm just here to play with y'all. I'm
just here to have fun.
Yeah. And then it got to a point where we actually started to keep score.
Nice.
And so me and Felipe, they kept us on a team because I only knew him. I didn't know anyone else there. And so they kept me and him on a team.
But were they cool?
Yeah, they were awesome, yeah. And it was actually kind of funny. I was serving or something like that. Yeah, I was serving, and we had the score. And I would go to Felipe. I'd be like, hey, what's the score? And he'd go 6-5. And I'd be like, all right, 6-5, my height on Tinder, and then serve it. And then we'd get a point, and I'd serve again and be like 7-5, also my height on Tinder.
You know what I would do? I think we should make a sketch. This is like someone's about to go, they're like, service, and then all of a sudden I'm there with like in a maid dress. It's like, yes, sir.
Order up.
Order up.
And I was having so much fun. Like I pulled a move that was nuts. Like, it had gone up, and it was just about over the net, and I jumped up and was able to spike it down to the side, and it bounced just in the line to the point where they were like, oh, it's out. And it bounced in the line and went out, and I was like, holy shit. And then the person that was on our team that was good, she was like, oh, my God. That was nuts.
That was awesome.
And I was like,
I did it.
But,
like I told you got to watch the volleyball anime now.
As
Good one. That was a good vibration there.
As I'm like diving for them, my legs
I feel
are
like
now.
that one went into mine. Oh.
As I'm diving for these, my legs are getting more and more fucked because of
Yeah.
how leg day went.
Just at one point, you're just shaking, just barely.
But that one that I was talking about in the cut, she went to serve and she couldn't really get the hang of it, and so she went to serve and she hit it and it kind of comes over towards me across the court. And so I just bump it over the net, and I go, whoa, she made it! And, like, I'm trying to be nice and, like, help her out, because they give her a couple tries and stuff like that. And because they did the same for me. My first couple of serves went, like, to the moon or, like, off to a different court.
The first couple serves, you have you forget how light a volleyball is. And that you can flick it, and it'll go.
There was one where it was right after I had dove and saved one, and it was a good play. And right after I had saved one where Felipe missed it, and I slid behind him and bumped it up, and then he smacked it over. And so then it comes to me, and I go, I got it. And I go to hit it, and it just goes off to the side and onto another court that's next to us. And I was like, oh, balls. Sorry, guys. And I was like, and then I go, wait, are we not playing both of these? We're not going back and forth between the two, so we're not playing over there. I was like, so that was on me, not on you guys. Because I swear we were playing both these courts, and you guys should have been over there. Like,
so you guys, you didn't say it was just one court.
So,
I'm just saying.
My nerves were getting to the best of me in the point where I was being fucking hilarious, and they were loving it. And I am definitely over-exaggerating. Like, I'm just making it sound like I was, just the belle of the ball. And
well, you were.
And
I'm going to peel the scab off for you.
So much fun, dude. Every time I look at that thing or I get like a feeling next to it, I always think of that video I have of you peeling your scab off.
Yeah.
So gross.
But scabs.
It was so much fun. Like it was a blast. And there were a couple good like rallies where we kept the ball up for a while, and like I would be diving so far, like full on. There was one time where I had dove and smacked the ground so hard that my glasses and hat flew off my head. And like I had dove forward and the ball hitting it backwards, and I dove out of the court kind of and like smacked the ground and my glasses and hat had come off, and just hoping that it went back in so that they could keep hitting it or something. And so I hit it, smack the ground, I recollect my stuff, and I get up, and I'm like, you're telling me we didn't get the point? And like, just making jokes like that. Like,
what do you mean we're not winning?
It was so much fun. And then after we got done, everyone was kind of packing up to go, and they were like, hey, man, if you ever want to come do this again, we play like every Thursday, 6:30-ish, and we'll play until we just all want to leave.
Every Thursday or Tuesday?
Thursday. Because they even played this Thursday.
Oh, cool.
But
why didn't you go?
Fishing.
Right.
And so this week I was like full planning on to go. I was like, you know what? After I did it on Tuesday, I was like, I'm going to mow the lawn early on Wednesday so that I can go play volleyball with them on Thursday and just have a fucking great time.
That's awesome.
And so I mowed the lawn early on Wednesday, and then on work. Actually, it was
just you vacuuming the roof.
At work on Wednesday, before I mowed the lawn, is when I got a text from my uncle. It was like, anyone want to go fishing tomorrow after work? And I was like, shit, I'm going to go fishing instead of volleyball. And I was like, that makes me, I feel bad because I was like, they invited me, and then if I flake on the first one, then like the second one is going to be like, like this guy. Or like, they might not think I'll show up kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. But then you do.
But, I also forgot to mention I vaulted the fucking like volleyball poles because they're pretty high up.
They are.
I started doing pull-ups on them.
Nice.
Like I was just going.
Nice.
And then
you should just treat it as like you're a special guest every once in a while. Just being like, and the laugh track starts. Everyone's like, woo!
Hey guys!
Yeah, woo!
I'm back.
Whenever a celebrity walks onto one of those like Nickelodeon shows. I think, you need to do that. So go like every other, and then every once in a while, every third. To keep them fucking guessing. So
I felt bad, and but I was like, I got to go fishing. So on Thursday, as I'm getting my fishing gear together, Felipe texted me. He's like, hey, we're going to go play volleyball at 6:30 to 7 something tonight. And I was like, I'm going fishing at 6. And I was like, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm flaking because I really genuinely had so much fun playing volleyball with you guys. And I was like, I am 100%, and you know I hate doing this. I was like, I am 100% dedicating. I will be there next Thursday.
Nice.
I was like, I will be there. So I'm like, I was like, I know it sounds flaky, but I promise you I'll be at the next one no matter what.
Okay.
And so I just dedicated to it. I was like, I don't care what the fuck happens next Thursday. I'm going to be there.
Carson dies Wednesday, shows up to volleyball on Thursday.
Yes, sir. And, but fishing, dude.
How fun?
So fun.
Was it just you and your uncle?
No, it was me and my 3 uncles.
Nice.
And it was funny because it was me, Braxton, Jackson, who was like an in-law uncle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it was my grandpa's wife's son.
Okay.
Who had it with a different person.
I'm not.
He's not blood related to
Okay.
me.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I can follow this pathing, but still don't.
And then it gets even more confusing because then, so Jackson, right? He's not blood related to me. His sister, my aunt, her husband came with us. So it's kind of like another version of an uncle, you know?
Yeah.
And they're the ones that went golfing and invited me, and I pussied out.
Fair.
Which I shouldn't have.
No.
And so then when they said fishing, I also felt like I was bailing on them a second time, and I was like, I don't want them to not invite me to the next one.
True.
So I was like, let's fucking do it. I didn't even know if my fishing pole was good because last time I used it, it was fucked. So, and I had just recently re-upped my fishing license, and I was like,
Nice.
we're doing this. So I gathered all my shit, fixed my fishing pole before he got there, and Brax came and picked me up. We got out there. We just went to Pine View. And
yeah, I was wondering where you guys were at. So I'm like, did they just go to the river by like Harrisville, or did they go somewhere?
we just went to Pine View there.
Okay.
And we arrived. I have arrived.
I have arrived.
And like as we're walking to find a good spot to set up, there was like a fat snake right next to us. And
Fat.
and Braxton goes, "Whoa, shit! What is that?" And I go, "Oh, it's a little gardener snake." like I was like a little gardener.
It's just a little guy.
And so I started getting real close to it, and I was like, "You're a cute little guy." And
I forget that there are snakes in Utah just because you never fucking see them unless you go like hiking.
Mom ran over one in our driveway, and I
I
picked it up and took it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get them in our yard sometimes, along with the frogs in our yard.
Fair. Yeah.
But
the bears.
And all the bears, dude.
That's an issue.
They're always looking for a picnic basket. Hey, boo-boo. But
hey, boo-boo, I don't know what was in that sandwich.
we set up everything, and I cast my line out and get caught immediately.
Like on a rock?
Like it's because how full the lake is now. There's like trees under there. So I got caught on like a bush or something like that underwater, and
Love that.
As soon as we set up my hook, like I was like, I don't know how to set this up correctly. So Braxton helped me get through it, and we set everything up, and then I was like, this looks like a fancy, cool lure, and it's got one of those spinners on it, so it like will spin and shine as it's going. And I first fucking cast, and it got caught and ripped the hook off. And I was like, motherfucker.
I would be livid.
And the reason why this is such a big issue is because this happens every single time I go fishing. There's never been a time where I go fishing and I haven't lost a hook or multiple to it getting caught in the first one or in every single time it gets caught on something.
That's why I don't like shore fishing anymore.
Right.
I hate it just because everything gets fucking caught.
And so I was like, it was the first cast, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. First cast, whatever. I'll move to a spot that maybe doesn't have as much stuff. Second cast got stuck.
Fuck.
And I was like, God damn it. I'm just trying to have fun. It's just the very beginning of our fishing thing. I don't know how long we're going to be out here, but I am livid.
This lake's about to get a fishing pole.
And third one got caught.
Oh,
and this one was like, I couldn't even actually wrestle it out. Braxton had to come over, and he was sitting there going, like whipping the fishing pole until finally it broke free.
I would be sitting there just like, fucking.
And it happened so many more times. I would move to different spots and it would keep getting caught. And there was one time where like I had got it caught and he got it free, and I moved like 20 yards over and cast it out and got caught immediately. And so then Braxton just looks over and sees me going zzz, 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 trying to get it out, and he goes, "Now that's just bad luck."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Tell me about it."
Yeah, like, no shit.
And I finally get it unstuck. I didn't lose a hook after that. I
Nice.
kept everything. And after that, Jackson caught one, and it was a hefty looking one. And we were all like, whoa, because he hadn't been fishing in so long that he just was like,
He was just there to have fun.
yeah. Which we all were. I think Austin, he came with like 5 fishing poles.
Oh, wow.
He had 2 fly fishing poles and 3 regular poles.
So this guy fishes.
Yeah, he fishes. And so he came prepared as fuck.
Yeah, and then do you think he felt overprepared?
I think he mentioned it a little bit, but we were like, well, that's good because some of us don't have anything. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, because I think I had to borrow some line from him to extend something on my hook or something like that. And but it was nice that he had extra because then like eventually Jackson's fishing pole got tangled up inside the reel.
Oh.
And he had to cut out like this giant bundle like of a knot that was in there, and so he ended up using one of Austin's, which was so nice. But
That is cool.
Jackson caught the first one, and we all like just threw our poles down and ran over to him and like took pictures and everything, and we were like, dude, that's so awesome. Like the least like expecting one to really like, you know, like
The
and I'm
least
not trying to dog on him. Yeah,
experienced.
well no, he's had experience, but like I don't think he was expecting to catch one.
Yeah.
Especially right off the bat like that. So when
Yeah.
he caught it, we were all like, whoa!
What the fuck?
And so we all ran over there, took pictures, and helped him get it off the line and threw it out into the water. And every single time someone caught a fish, I go, see you later, Stinky, as they threw it into the water.
See you later, Stinky.
Every time. I could be across the way, and you could just hear me from across go, see you later, Stinky.
I probably would have hit the backflip.
And so then it got to the point where Braxton caught one, Austin caught like 8.
Damn.
Then Jackson caught like 8 again. Like they were all catching a ton, and Braxton had caught one. So I was sitting there like, all right, all of them have caught one. I need to catch a fucking fish.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get late, and so I had told him, I was like, if I don't catch a fish soon,
leaving.
I'm gonna be so mad. And then
It's like when you're playing video games, can't end on a loss.
right. Actually, before I had even said that, I had cast my line out because they were jumping. The fish were jumping out of the water and just like they were just ready, you know, like
Ready to die.
yeah. And the first one that Jackson caught, it like kind of swam up and just barely even really tried to get the hook, and he caught it. And he was like, it seemed like it didn't even really like try to wrestle it or anything. Like he just like,
It was just like, oh.
and I was like,
no.
dude, you caught a suicidal fish.
You caught a Gen Z fish.
And so I saw one jump, and this is how Jackson caught one, and he saw it jump, and he cast it out to the ripples. And so
He
I
just dove for it.
I cast it out to a ripple and then got caught immediately. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I was wrestling with it for a good 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and then I called Braxton over. I was like, hey, can you please help me get this unstuck? And so he comes over, and he is just tearing on this thing. And he's like, dude, I think you caught like a body or something because it's reeling in, but my pole is like bent.
Yeah.
Like as if I would have caught like a huge fish or something. And I kept making
Alligator.
jokes. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I kept making jokes where I was like, it'd be so funny if I just reeled in a crab. And then Braxton goes, Carson, do you know where crabs live? And I'm like, yeah, that's what would make it funny.
You reel in the 11 billion crabs that got lost.
Just a paper bag full of crabs.
Keep saving them. True.
You know, because like I bought the peach ones. You know,
Yeah.
we can just keep saving them, and then if I end up not doing that whole idea with them, because it's been so long that it's just like maybe not even as funny anymore.
Yeah.
we could end up we'll cut the faces off the boxes right here, and I can put them on the table right here.
That'd be cool.
And get a glass to put over the top of it. And then we could just get rid of all the cans for a bunch of money.
True.
And then we'll be recycling. So
Exactly. And
it'd
we'll,
be what they stand for. But
should have sponsored us when you could.
yeah, motherfuckers. Now we're gonna get money from your cans anyway. So.
Exactly. We're getting paid either way. Get fucked, morons. Never even gave us free shit.
I know. I'm still so sad about that.
I was really hoping we'd get like a hat.
Yeah, because he said merch and a couple of boxes.
Yeah.
So whatever.
It's still cool that we got that far, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Tag him in this. Fuck it.
Just get that and tag that guy. In
Yeah.
it.
Tag that guy.
Sad we didn't get our stuff, man.
Yeah, this guy his name is blah, 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 and he lives at.
It's funny because I had mentioned his name in the podcast, and that's what got him to do that. Remember that?
Oh, true.
Because I had shouted him out for following us.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "All right, now you're telling my name."
You're saying some shit.
But fishing. So I kept making those jokes where I was like, what if I just pulled out a crab? And then I was like, it would be so fun. And like,
Just a seahorse.
Braxton was stuck on something. It was that thing that he was getting stuck on, and I said the exact same thing. I was like, you just pull out an alligator.
Yeah.
And but he ends up getting it to the surface and reeling it in. And I kid you not, was the biggest branch of a tree.
Yeah.
There was a legit, I don't know if it broke off and it's like waterlogged under there or something like that, but it was a huge fucking branch of a tree. And I was like, it still had the leaves on it and everything. And I was like, motherfucker. Like, I was like, God damn it. And so I get it off and like
These
throw it
fucking
on the ground.
exploding trees.
Yeah, man. And then I go over to where they had been catching a shit ton of them. And I was like, if I don't catch a fish in the next couple of tries, I'm going to get in a fist fight with the water.
Fair.
And then I was like, I had said something else along those lines. And then I got over there, cast it out 2 more times. And on that second one, I watched the fish because they kept biting at the end. They'd follow it all the way to the shore and then just grab onto the end of it. So I watched it chase my lure all the way to the shore, and then I watched its mouth close on the hook, and I just went and like ripped the fucking thing up, and then just started reeling in, and I go, I got one! Like so, like as if I was a child catching one for the first time, so excited. But it was because I hadn't caught one, and I had finally got the one, and then Braxton drops his pole and goes, yes, dude! And then he runs over to me, and I'm pulling it out of the water.
Just as supportive.
Oh, yeah. And I'm getting it out of the water, and I couldn't reel. It was so heavy, and it was just like a little carpy or crappie or whatever the fuck they're called.
A carp.
I don't know if it was a carp, because there were some out there, but they're huge.
Oh. Carps are pretty big.
But no, not the one I caught. It wasn't. The one I caught was like a good like.
I saw that in your story. Yeah. You need to put that on your Tinder. Need to be the guy with the fish.
I would if I wouldn't attract nothing but cowgirls.
Fair.
That are scared of cows.
Yeah.
No, I caught a decent sized one. I'll have to look at what it was. Austin was naming out all, like, he was able to just like, oh, bluegill, oh, sunfish, oh,
yeah.
You know, like they were all just getting it out there.
Having a person with actual knowledge there is sick.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I got it out of the water and I was like, yeah. And so then I went to take the hook out and I got it by its mouth and I just barely touched the hook. I barely touched the hook and all of a sudden it just goes, it like whips around and it's like little spine or whatever the fuck like it grabbed my hand and I was like, oh shit, and I let go and dropped the fish on the fucking ground.
I would do the same
thing. You could just hear it go and smack the ground and I go, oh shoot. And so then I go to pick it up and I don't want to get stabbed by like one of its whatever the fuck it was. And so I'm trying to get it in my finger in its mouth to try and pick it up to throw it in the water. And it's just going like closing immediately. And I'm like, stop. You're just... And then Braxton just goes, "Did you want?" And I was like, "Yeah, please just throw the thing in there." And so he just picks it up like a sandwich and just goes and throws it in. And I was like, "Oh, I could have done that. I thought you were supposed to grab it by its mouth." And I was like, "All right." And then
it's just it feels weird to hold a fish's body.
Yeah,
because you can just feel it trying to squirm. It's like,
and it's a lot more slippery. Yeah, it's easier to hold it by its mouth. Yeah. Very. So then I cast out again, and I didn't post this one because it's not as good, but it's the tiniest
just a tiny
little bluegill. Yeah, and it was literally like this big, and it was kind of cute.
I would have just.
And I can show you pictures. So these pictures will be on the pod, obviously, but it was so funny, and you can see me laughing in the picture because of just how tiny it is.
I fucking love that. Your face is so good in that.
Just laughing at it. It's just this tiny little.
Can
little
you
guy.
send that to me? It needs to be my fucking lock screen.
And then, just as a reminder, I'm gonna look at that picture of the one that I caught again because that guy was.
It was a good one.
Decent
That's
size.
a good fish. Yeah.
And look at that guy.
He looks so cute.
And then after that, I was like, I'm good. I am fine now.
We can go home.
They were making jokes about that, and I was like, well, I don't quite want to go home yet. I still want to keep fishing. But now I'm okay with we can leave whenever the fuck you guys want to leave because I'm fine with fishing.
But like we're staying.
And then Austin proceeded to catch like 3 in a row after that. And I swear to God, it was the one spot because he had moved back over to where I was because they moved away so I could go in that spot.
You guys are
moved
like pushing
back.
each other like, this is my spot.
Let me get it. Don't cross the string. Don't cross the lines. Stop, that's mine. Stop, that's my fish. And
he catches one. You just take his fucking pole.
I just cut it and grab and tie it to mine and go, I got it. Just take scissors out.
Dude, we ever go fishing with anyone, we're doing that.
And it was so funny. I had my Leatherman. I don't know if you've seen me wear that ever since we went camping or whatever.
No.
By the way, are you definite you want to go to the Idaho camp? Okay. because I don't know if you and we don't have to talk about it on the pod, but Monday we're like going from I think Friday to Monday maybe,
Yeah.
and we're leaving Monday.
'Kay.
So
I can take a day off work easy.
Because I was gonna say if you want, I can ride up with you again unless you want more room in there. And like we could just we can obviously figure it out after, but now that it was on my head, I wanted to make sure that
We'll definitely talk about it after.
yeah. But I had
Wait,
that on me.
Is that next weekend?
No, weekend after. It's
Weekend
it's like
It's
July.
it's the
30
last weekend.
Yeah, the 31st is when we come back. That Monday
Awesome.
is the 31st.
Perfect, because I move next week.
Oh yeah. Next week is the 22nd barbecue though.
Yes.
So make sure you guys hit me up for that. That'll be the
That's
barbecue.
Saturday?
Yeah, the barbecue will be the day after this comes out. So not very many people are going to see this in time.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
But or it'll be 2 days after this comes out because it comes out Thursdays.
True.
So, but
Get yourselves there, babes.
I know Brittany, you already said it, so you can just don't have to text me again. I already got you down for it. Just anybody else that's listening to this that wants to show up, let me know. Except for you motherfuckers, you know who you are.
You know who you are.
But I had that Leatherman on me, and so every time they would catch a fish, and they're like, "Fuck, does anyone have pliers?" And they'd start to run off and go get pliers, and I would go, "Here you go."
Here you go, man.
All thanks to Fletcher. I know he doesn't watch the podcast, but I'm shouting you out because you gave that thing to me, and I appreciate it. But it was a lot of fun.
He doesn't watch the pod?
I actually, and between the two of these, volleyball and fishing, I thought to myself, Mom's gone for the weekend. I was like, I have no plans for the weekend. I was like, I got two choices. I can either try and rally some people together to go play volleyball, or I can try and get some people together. I don't have to try. I can get some people together to go fishing because I know a lot of people that like to go fish. Go fish. And
Do you have any blues?
Oh, one of the other things I kept doing, like with the crab and the alligator thing, I was like, what if I just pulled out a goldfish? Like a giant fucking goldfish.
Comically large goldfish.
Yeah.
And you just eat it. It's a cracker still.
It's just a giant cracker.
Yeah.
Me.
That's what people call me, yeah.
But I was like, I could do either of those. I was like, Saturday, I can do either of those.
I'm going to move.
And I told Felipe, I was like, I kind of wanted to get people together to play volleyball this weekend because it sounds fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I think that's everything I had on the docket.
Okay. Goodbye. No. Anyways, if you guys are on Spotify, why don't you rate us 5 stars? Try do that Q&A. Has anyone done that? Have you noticed any submissions?
No, I tried to log into the Spotify for podcasters, and apparently we never made an account, so I just made a new one. So I have to go on the computer and do it with all of the passwords saved on the computer thing.
Gotcha.
Figure that out. So.
Okay. Well, if you're on Spotify, make sure you do that. And while you're on Spotify, where should they go?
CK Beats!
CK Beats!
Dude,
yeah.
My dentist asked me about making music and stuff like that. And like,
Really?
Yeah, because it was...
And did you...
Oh, did I tell you that the dentist assistant was like spraying me in the face?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude.
Just go to my mom's office.
It was all new people. I had never seen these people in my life.
Oh, fair enough then.
And I was like, I don't... And the dentist was in Hawaii, so I was like, I don't...
You went to Hawaii?
The dentist was. Yeah, I went to Hawaii to go see him.
Yeah. Okay, must be pretty good then.
He asked me about making music and stuff like that, and I told him, and it just slowly enveloped itself into, yeah, I'm on streaming services.
Yeah.
And then I was like, my discography's kind of wild because it goes from making beats to like a random rap song, and then it goes to making beats, and then there's like a singing song, and like I was like, so it's kind of weird, but
a little over the place.
but I'm on there, and he's like, I'll have to check you out, and then he never asked what the name of it was.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, anyways, if you're done with that, why don't you hop on over to YouTube? And on YouTube, I want you to go to Two Brains One Cell Pod. Hit that subscribble. Hit that subscribble button. All right, you do that for me. Hit like, comment something that you liked about the episode.
I should have started playing guitar while you were doing this.
Probably did, just as a callback. Yeah. And thank you. No, fuck you. Fuck you guys.
And also, when this comes out, it'll be the day before we get our stickers, I think.
Yep, day before we get the stickers and 2 days before barbecue.
Yep, let us know, lettuce, mayo, cheese, know if you want to get a sticker and if you want to show up to the barbecue.
Shut up. Catch up, motherfucker.
You remember the lettuce, mayo, cheese, fuck you, or whatever it was that we did?
Lettuce, cheese, tomato, fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, we're doing the ending thing.
Stickers. Barbecue,
stickers. Make sure you subscribe, text us about the stickers, and have a good rest of your week. Be safe, and we will see you guys next time.
It's like that old 70s top music or whatever, 60s.